welcome back to my channel and welcome the newcomers. I hope you like what you see, and if so, be part of this journey by hitting that subscription button. It's free, and hit the bell notification to be notified of the new uploads. I would just like to mention that if the video is a little bit too fast for you, up top there's 3 little buttons. You can click there, slow down the video to the speed you'd like. Also, right next to it, there's the CC letters for closed caption. You can turn that on, and you can read all the stitch that I'm calling down here. By pausing the video, take notes, will make it easier for you. Now, normally when I upload the videos, it takes about an hour for YouTube to search all my words that I'm saying, so it can appear on the closed captions. So don't panic if you don't see right away the closed captions, because the video has just been launched. It will show up in about a half an hour to an hour after the upload. I also would like to mention that if you have extra yarn, extra thread, and you'd like to help the women in need, we highly appreciate it and being very, very grateful for it. Thank you for the ones that already have helped and are still helping. If you'd like to donate, right below the video, there's a little bag of $. You can donate whatever amount you'd like. Nobody's asking for millions. Anything helps. It adds up at the end. You can also go into the description box. My PayPal account is there. You can donate through there if you'd like also. Please always give a thumbs up on the video if you like the video. It does help the video to circulate and also to be recognized worldwide. I gratefully appreciate it. Thank you so much. That's one way to help me out and to help to continue to create these beautiful pieces. Also share on your Facebook public. It costs nothing. Everything is free. There's no charge of anything. So please help out to grow the channel. I do have a Facebook group, private group. If you have a profile, you're more than welcome to request to be a member. It's free, of course, and we'll approve you. You must have a profile. Be careful with the links that you go into the groups that says cut and bit. These are fraud scammers that go through your phones, your computers, and take every information of yours. Do not open up those links. There's a lot of hackers in the groups now. That's why I made sure that my group is private. I want to thank every single one of you from the start being with me, and thank you so much for the newcomers. It costs nothing to subscribe, so please do so. Thank you so much, everybody. Everything will be listed always in the description box for every pattern that I create, the sizes, the thread that I use, which is Portugal thread. They're 100% cotton thread, 4-ply, which is similar to Aunt Lydia. Number 3, which number 3 Aunt Lydia is just a little bit thicker than my thread, not by much, but a little bit. I usually use a hook 3 or 3.5, a small one for tucking in loose ends, and a pair of scissors, of course. So thank you, everybody. Any other questions, suggestions, please feel free to comment. You can always get a hold of me if your intentions are to give some thread or yarn away. There's my email below the description box. There's my Facebook page that you can follow also, my Facebook group, my Instagram, my TikTok. So there's so many ways you can message me. Thank you so much, everybody. I hug every single one of you, and much blessings to all of you. Okay, let's get started. Okay, everyone, so today we're going to do this napkin holder, which I did a little sample in a smaller ring. The actual ring has to be bigger in order to fit the proper napkin, which I do have the big napkin that I have done other holders, you know, but this is too big, too thick for the small little ring. This was just a sample. And it's always good also to make these type of samples small like this. Why? Because not everyone has the material or silk, like in this case for napkin, for your sets. Some people, you know, just don't have them or can't afford them, and that is perfectly okay. You can use paper towel napkins, as most of us do daily on our table. So you can use that. You can use a smaller ring, which I'll show you, which are these smaller rings. I suggest you can get them a little bit bigger also. I happen to have this around, so I decided to go with that. I didn't have a bigger plastic one. The only bigger one I have is this one in wood. So it's very simple, very fast to create that. I'm going to create in the green and red because eventually I will be doing another doily for Christmas in red. So you can see it after in display, how beautiful it's going to look. Okay, so let's get started, everyone. 100% four-ply. These are Portugal threads, and of course I am in Portugal. I know a lot of you ask me that. Where do I get my thread? So this is similar, a little bit thinner than Aunt Lydia number 3. But sometimes you can't find certain colors, you know, on number 3 in the US or Canada. You can always double or triple your number 10 and take it from there. Okay, so let's get started. 3.5 hook, small scissor to cut your leftovers, and a small one to tuck in loose ends. Okay. So the first thing you want to do is that slip stitch knot. Now, there's not a specific amount of stitch into this ring because everybody's stitch is different. It all depends how wide or how tight your stitch is. So, I mean, you could have 40, you could have 35, I don't know. And normally I don't count them either because this is just, you know, you need to fill the whole gap. It's kind of hard to work on this thick one. I'm sure they got thinner ones, the same size but thinner, because it's not easy to work with thick wood, right? So basically you just need to fill all of the space. So until you fill it up, then we're good to go. So this is going to be very fast. You're just going to bring your thread over and then just do your single. I presume that's what it would be. Some people might even say slip stitch, but I think single would be more appropriate. Okay, so just continue on this. So it's going to be a very short video. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up on the video. It's extremely important. It costs nothing. It's just a click of a button. It helps the channel. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. There's that red subscription button that says subscribe. It's also free and it does help the channel, and we can grow bigger and help many other people and have fun with it and create these beautiful pieces. And don't forget to hit that bell notification, extremely important to be notified of my new uploads. Okay, so I'm going to continue mine and then I'll come to you at the end. Now what you do is you pull them together because they really have to close in together like that. We should not see the wood underneath or plastic if you're using, okay? Okay, so I've covered pretty much what I needed to cover, so I've cut my thread. I'm going to grab a small hook and I'm just going to tuck in my leftover in through the loops here of the stitch that we did. So very simple, nothing to it. This would be perfect on Aunt Lydia number 3 because the size is just perfect. Even to make doilies, placemats, I love that size for that. Mine's a little bit thinner, so it becomes a little bit smaller, obviously. And normally I always have to do an extra row or two to get that same height as I would like if I had done with Aunt Lydia. Okay, so cut the excess here off. Just pretty much fix everything into place. And now I'm going to come in. I'm going to come in with the multicolored green just to give it a different look. And I have my small hook here because my first stitch to get in is extremely tight and I will have a hard time with it. At least this way I will have easier access to get in. And then obviously I'll change into my normal. Okay, so we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to come in the same space and do triple, incomplete. Trying to hide my thread here. And then close it all together. Chain 2. I'm going to come in again and do my 3 triples, incomplete. Now if you're making it smaller, you can just do double crochet incomplete instead of triple, because this is bigger. I don't want it to look like a Minnie Mouse because of the size of this, right? I'm going to do, can't remember what I'll chain 1. I'm going to skip 1, 2, 3. On my 4th one, I'm going to come back in and do my triple incomplete. If you're doing a smaller ring, then skip only 3 spaces and not 4. Okay? So, again, my triple incomplete. 1, 2 chain. Coming back in the same space and do my triple incomplete again. And then close it all at once. 1 chain. I'm going to skip 1, 2, 3 on my 4th one again, and do my triple incomplete. Like that. Chain 2. And my triple incomplete in the same space. And close it all at once. Like that. Okay. Now you can cut your thread. And then, of course, you can bring it to the center here, because it's one way to hide it, because we're going to work in the center here. So it's going to cover it, and it will be secure. Cut your excess off. And I'm going to come in with a red. So I'm going to do the slip stitch knot. Okay. I'm going to come in the center, and I'm going to do a double crochet here. Try to hide my thread here at the same time. I'm going to come back in, and I'm going to do 6 more. So we're going to have a total of 7 double crochets. 2, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I'm going to come in my first double crochet here, and I'm going to close it up. I'm going, once I close it up with slip stitch, I'm coming in that little space back here. I'm doing a single, 1, 2, and 3, and I'm going to close it as peacock. Coming back into the same space there in that hole, single, 1, 2, and 3, and close it peacock. So coming back in again in the last peacock. So we'll have 3 peacocks per flower in that same space, like that. Going to come back in and close it. 1 chain. I'm coming in between the groups here, single, I'm coming back in. Whoops, one chain, sorry. I forgot about that one, right? One chain. I'm coming back into the center of the two groups here and create my 7 double crochets again. So 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I'm coming into the first double crochet and I'm just gonna slip stitch through it. I'm going to do one chain. I'm going to come back and do my single, 1, 2, 3, chain. Come back and close your picot. Come back in the same space, which is where that hole is in the back that we closed. 1, 2, 3, and picot. Single, 1, 2, 3. Close it, another picot, come back in to close all 3 picots. One chain, come in between the space of the groups, single, one chain, and do your last 7 double crochets. Now, of course, if you're using too much of a thin thread, you can do extra double crochets just to fill up that flower so it doesn't look so tiny, right? 2, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Coming into the first one, closing it with slip stitch, doing one chain, coming back into that space, single, 1, 2, and 3. Close your picot, come back in, single, 1, 2, and 3. Close the picot and back in again. 1, 2, 3. Close your picot and come back in with your single. Now you can cut your thread, tuck in your loose ends, and your napkin holder pretty much done. And how fast and cute and sexy is that? Why not and have a beautiful, sexy table for Christmas? Doesn't matter how many people you are, you can do it just for yourself. You don't have to impress anyone. Now I'm going to put the napkin on and you'll see how it looks. Okay, you guys. Now, how gorgeous and sexy is that? Right? Fast, beautiful, and it looks stunning. Even if you do the same doily as I have here, one in green and one in red, one in green, one in red. You can alternate your flowers. Put the green one on the red, do it in green, and of course the white, like this one here, right? On the red, and then the red on the green. I mean, come on now. It's just stunning, right? Well, you guys, that was it for this tutorial. Like I said, it was a very short one. So thank you so much for being here. And God bless. Stay safe. Take care of each other and yourselves. And if you please can consider helping the women in need. They desperately need it. Any little amount counts. It adds up at the end if we all can pitch in and help each other out. Okay? Thank you so much, everyone. Until next time. Bye-bye.